Human Rights Impact Assessment, or HRIA, aims to enable businesses to initiate a comprehensive human rights audit from within the organization to protect against human rights violations from doing business. This is an important step in the human rights due diligence, in accordance with the UNGP's guiding principles, by understanding what groups of people their actions cause, or are likely to cause, human rights impacts. Before making the assessment, the assessor must first know that 1. Human rights impact assessment focuses on risk to people, not business risk assessments, but the results of consideration and improvement can also mitigate business risks. 2. The assessment process must be identified and assessed in order to prioritize with a human impact perspective. 3. Human rights impact assessment is an important part of enabling businesses to prioritize and gain a clearer view of the outstanding human rights issues, or salient issues. The impact assessment must take into account the possible negative impacts of current and future activities that may arise from the planned program or project, how they could pose a risk to human rights, and must consider the business relationship as well, such as those in the value chain of business entities, joint ventures, etc. One of the methods or approaches used to assess human rights impacts is brainstorming. In the overall team impact assessment model, those who participate in this assessment team must come from their respective divisions related to human rights issues in the business. A cross-functional hearing must be held. This process will make the issue more clear, and can also raise awareness and responsibility of the business on the matter. What you get from doing this step will let you know who has been or may be affected. What is the effect and how it affects? Is it a direct or indirect impact? Who or what agency has touched on this matter, or was the subject of this impact? This will enable business units to see the issues that are risks and opportunities to prevent and resolve problems directly. When the issues that have an impact have been prioritized by considering the importance, in accordance with the guiding principles, which are in two aspects: important and prominent. In terms of importance considerations, impacts are primarily looked at, and how they are impacted on people. For example, 1. The severity of the impact refers to the impact it has on people, not businesses. 2. The importance of impact in the assessment will be more important than the likelihood of occurrence. Although the impact is likely to be low, if a human rights issue is severe, it must be addressed, prevented, and healed first. The criteria used to assess the impact are based on three perspectives. 1. Scale is the degree of severity of the impact. For example, the impact is as high as life-threatening, having a higher intensity than the effect that causes a slight injury. 2. Scope is the size of the affected person. For example, the affected person is only one person. The scale is lower than the affected person who lives in a community village. 3. Remediability is the ability to recover. That is, how difficult the effect is to be healed or restored to its original state. Consideration must be given to the likelihood or frequency of impact. Distinguishing outstanding human rights issues, or salient issues, of a business-specific organization, make a human rights policy a clear and more realistic expression of the company's commitment.